What's up, Namie Amuro fanatics? This is Steven, and I'm going to do a lyrical analysis of Namie Amuro's song called Damage. And as far as I know, currently, this song is a song on its own. It is not a digital. It's not a physical single, nor has it appeared on any of Namie Amuro's albums. So this song is really just out there. Nevertheless, me personally, I kind of ignore this song for some reason. I guess because it's not really like a single, or nor is it on an album. For some reason, I just wind up ignoring this song. Nevertheless, this song does have a music video for it, which I find interesting. But nevertheless, from what I've heard, it sounds like a pretty decent, good song. So here is my lyrical analysis of Namie Amuro's song Damage. Have you ever doubted your destiny? Yes, I have, Namie. Yes, I have. I don't know why. For me, I'm guessing, for me personally, it's like finding my path in life. You know, it kind of is about that. Tell me who's last standing. Is it you or me? Okay. Got a little you know, a little grammar issue going on here. Tell me who's last standing. So basically she's saying, tell me who is last standing. Versus like, tell me who's the last one standing, perhaps. Is it you or me? Um to answer your question, Namie, I'm not quite sure. I guess in the terms of just living life, um, I might be the last person standing between me and you, just because I'm about a decade younger than you. But then again, nevertheless, you never know how life turns out. Some people could live a really long time, and some people could live a very short time. Hopefully, I'm not one of those people. I want to live a long, fulfilling life. You know, hopefully, I will become a centurion. I think that's how you say it. Hopefully. Um, but I'm not sure who is the last person standing. Namie. It's too soon to tell right now, Namie. But as far as your career is concerned, I'm guessing you are holding the title with that. Have you ever seen the place that never sleeps? Yeah, I've been to New York. I've been to New York one time, and it was for a couple of hours. And I went with family, and we came from New Jersey, and we went to New York, and we saw the Statue of Liberty. We had got some pictures from there, and we rode the subway also, and we visited a friend of my uncle's as well. So yeah, you know, I have been to the place that never sleeps. I would like to go back, definitely, but right now it's just not in the cards. But maybe one day it might be. And the guy who becomes a human being. So maybe she might be talking about like Jesus or something with this one, because you know how Jesus, came to Earth and took on a human form. So maybe she might be referencing Jesus here. I'm not quite sure what religion Namie is. I haven't really thought about it for the most part. I guess I'm assuming she is a Shinto, because a lot of Japanese people practice that religion. But I don't know. Lights flicker across the darkness, and a faint, strange smell is in the air. I wonder what smell is that. It might be garbage. Um, Maybe it's the flowers blooming. I guess we'll go with the flowers blooming. Hopefully it's not garbage. Every day I come alive at night to win the game. I guess, okay, so Namie is saying that, you know, night is when she really, her true self comes out to win the game. I'm not quite sure what the game is. Perhaps she'll explain it later in the song. This may be the labyrinth with the keys I need, and the clock's ticking. Okay, so I'm guessing that maybe she's like, like she's in a labyrinth. She's in a maze. And she's going through this maze in order to find the keys that she needs. I'm not quite sure what these keys do or open or anything like that. But nevertheless, through this maze, possibly the maze of life, labyrinth of life, she'll find the keys that she needs. And the clock is ticking, so I'm guessing that she has to do this in a certain amount of time, or else, a bomb will explode, or she'll die. I don't know. Hopefully, nobody is dying. And here we go. Next lyrics. I'm going insane. Don't put me in chains. Okay, when you start repeating yourself like that, that's not helping, people think that you're sane enough not to be put in chains. And usually they put you in a straitjacket, not chains. They put you in a straitjacket, and it's supposed to calm you down. It's supposed to be like a hugging feeling. I think it works the same with like animals as well. Sometimes, like if you hug your animal or your pet, it kind of calm them down. Like if they're frantic about maybe a storm or something like that, it's supposed to calm them down. So yeah, that's where the whole straitjacket thing comes in. It's like hug yourself so that it'll help you calm down. I won't control my brain because I finally got nothing left to cling. Okay, now you gotta always see. This is not helping you not end up in chains, because if you're not controlling your brain, then you're just crazy. You gotta have control over your mind. People who don't have control over their mind have mental diseases or mental illnesses, and I don't think you have a mental illness. So therefore, control your brain, control your mind. I don't want to see you end up on like a 5150 hold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see that news, that news segment come up. I don't have enough money to fly out to Japan to help you. So, yeah, you got to keep it together, Nami. Breaking out of my shell, no hesitation. No hesitating. I can't stay here anymore. Breaking out of my shell, nobody actually wants to be alone. Okay, so Namie is saying she's breaking out of her shell. And I'm like, okay, I thought that happened like 20 years ago, but I guess it's a bit late. She's a late bloomer, I guess. But she's not hesitating. She doesn't want to stay here anymore. She wants to break out of her shell and progress forward. And when you're in your shell, you're alone, and no one actually wants to be alone. So that's where that line comes in. Being negative time and time again, how will that change anything? Ain't that the truth, Namie? Ain't that the truth? I try to be positive. I try to be optimistic about the future, because at the end of the day, to an extent, that's probably one of the few things I got, especially going through what I went through this year. I thought this year would be better than it was. Nevertheless, it had a good beginning, a crappy middle, and a good ending. So far, at least the ending is good. But I try to be positive during that time. I feel I'm just taking it all in, and I'm thinking like, this is all happening for a reason. I'm not sure what the reason is. Maybe, this will help me, I guess, be stronger or something like that. To help me in the future, perhaps. How long am I going to float above this backward world? Let me fall down, down, down. Okay. Namie, if you are floating and you fall down, 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 make sure that you fall on like a stack of mattresses. Because, again, I don't want to see you end up in the hospital or in the morgue because, you know, you want to float around and fall down, down, down. Somebody saved my life. Down, down, down. I can't heal this damage. Okay, Namie. Um, okay. If you are physically damaged, then you need to go to like the doctors or the hospital. If you are mentally damaged and you need to see a psychiatrist, a therapist, a counselor, or somebody. If you are spiritually damaged, then you need to seek out some counseling from maybe a religious figure. I'm not quite sure what your religion is, but nevertheless, and that's my advice for you. The discomfort index is making me sweat. Heat's rising. Over raw. I react to their aggressive attacks. And let's see. The discomfort index is making me sweat. Heat's rising. Overwrought. So overwrought is tense. It means tense. Just in case. Because I was like, what? What's that? So she's tense, and let's see. She reacts to their aggressive attacks. Okay. Killing my ears with noise. Shut your mouths. All of you mosquitoes. Just do your thing. Okay, so I'm guessing she's somewhere where people are really loud and obnoxious and noisy. And I have been there. I was on the train, and it was this person, and it's like in the morning on my way to work. And, you know, in the morning, usually everyone's, for the most part, pretty chill on the train in the morning. Because this is like morning in La Madrugada. You know, this is morning before sunrise. And this person is like being really obnoxious on the train. They're like listening to their music and they're singing along with it really loudly. Nevertheless, come to find out, I wound up walking near the person as we were both getting off the train because we had the same stop at the very end of the line of the train line, and I'm like about 4 feet away from this person, 4 or 5 feet away from this person, and I just smell like alcohol. I'm like, who gets drunk this early in the morning? Really? Who gets drunk this early in the morning? But then again, some people do wake and bake in the morning, so I'm guessing this person wants to drink and shake in the morning or something. I don't know. Anywho, shut your mouths, all of you mosquitoes. Just do your thing. So she's telling these people to shut up. And mosquitoes, I believe the word paparazzi may mean mosquitoes in Italian. Perhaps. I think it might mean that. Or it might have a different meaning. So possibly these paparazzi people could be annoying her. So she's telling the paparazzi to shut up and do your thing. Maybe. You know, there's like flying, like mosquitoes all around you, like picture over here, Namie. And she's like, just shut up and do your thing. Okay. I fear nothing. Fly, 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 higher than me, question mark. No one makes my life for me. I don't want to take any more steps back. Ain't that the truth, Namie? Ain't that the truth? I'm like, how many times am I going to go backwards? Especially this year. I was like, dang it. I was making such good progress with, like, you know, paying my bills and paying my debts and things like that. Then I was taking steps backwards. I'm like, dang it. I don't want to go backwards. I want to go forward. But that's just life sometimes. Sometimes you have to go backwards to go forwards, perhaps. Okay, here we go. And this is a chorus again, and it's no different from the other chorus, so yeah, we can skip over that. And we can skip over that part too, because we already did that part. They're just repeating some things. Okay, here we go. We got something new here. I look up through the cracks of the rubble from my past. The red sun used to shine a little more light on my future than it does now. Okay, all right. Namie, she coming with it. And I'm definitely like, come on with it, Namie, come on with it. All right. I looked up through the cracks of the road of my past. So, she, like, Namie was in a situation in her past. I'm not quite sure what situation this was. But, definitely I will say, during that whole situation with her mother being murdered, definitely, I could see her going with that, because that was definitely, I say, a tough time for her. Definitely. She said that she was actually going to, she was thinking about just leaving the industry altogether when that happened. Um, but she said that she did remember. It's like she remembered that her mom was like really happy when Namie wound up, becoming successful. When she got that first hit, and things just started happening for Namie. Just, one after another, after hit, going solo, becoming the queen of J-pop, becoming the teen queen. So, I guess, she's saying that she's going to honor her mother by, continuing on her path, her musical path, you know. So I understand, the rubble and the cracks. She is under the rubble, but she can see, she can see some light up there. So she's like, there's a way out of this, you know, from her past. So this is a rubble from her past. The red sun used to shine a little more light on my future than it does now. You know, I usually associate the sun with being yellow. Um, I'm not quite sure where this red sun comes from. It's either yellow or orange. I'm going to say yellow, though. Nevertheless, she's saying that the sun used to shine a little more light on her future than it does now. So I'm guessing that maybe her future doesn't look as, it looks a little dim, a little dimmer than it used to look. Namie, you know your future is bright. As long as you just stick to being who you are, stick down this road, you have nothing to worry about, at least as far as your career is concerned. I'm not quite sure about your personal life, because, I don't really know about your personal life that much. But, nevertheless, like, Namie, you have been about the music. A lot of people kind of cast Namie aside as being just like a pop star, or as they call it in Japan, an idol, because she didn't write her own music and things like that. But however, I believe that Namie has proven herself to be definitely a contender. Definitely a contender for the Queen of J-pop title, the current Queen of J-pop title, and as well being a contender for just being a bona fide, musician, or at least vocalist in general. Because Namie didn't have to use like controversies and publicity stunts to further her career, her music, and things like that. She just really stuck with the music for the most part. Anywho, never again will I call forth worry, and I will rewrite all the bad memories without hiding away the last of my liberty, because I have enough pain. All right, all right. I get it. I get it. It's deep. She's being deep with it. She's getting deep with it. And so she's like, never again will I call forth worry. So again, she's saying that she's not going to worry anymore. She's going to rewrite all those bad memories. On one hand, I'm like, okay, yeah, do that. But on the other hand, I'm like, be careful with that, Namie. Be careful with that, because sometimes the bad memories, you gotta have them, because you learn from those bad memories. When you were, say, like, you were in love with this person and you wind up seeing what they were truly about, and you saw the signs. But if you erase that memory, then you will not have been able to learn from it, or you won't be able to reference it. So don't rewrite all your bad memories, Namie. Don't rewrite all of them without hiding away the last of my liberty, because I have enough pain. Okay, so she's saying that she will rewrite all the bad memories without hiding away the last of her freedom, you know, her liberty, her freedom, because she has enough pain. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And they just do the choruses again. And I retrieved these song lyrics from beautifulsonglyrics.blogspot.com. And I believe they retrieved those song lyrics from m-glam.tumblr.com. So thanks a lot to all the people who were involved with that. I really appreciate the English translation for this song. But as far as the video is concerned, the video looks nice. It's a bit interesting. It's like, it looks like it takes place in like the Death Star. You know, the Death Star from like Star Wars, that big old thing when you're on the inside and you're like, I better hang on to the rail. Don't want to fall off and fall into like oblivion or whatever. Like Luke did fall, and he almost fell like into like whatever, like someplace, but they wound up catching him though. You know, y'all remember that when, you know, he was talking with his dad, or fighting with his dad, Darth Vader. And spoiler alert, by the way. And he wound up getting his hand cut off, and, you know, he was like, you know, you killed my father, and then he was like, no, I am your father. And he's like, no, 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 no. And he's like, join the dark side. And he's like, no, and then he like, fell off. And they caught him, you know. Somehow, some way, they wind up catching him or something, or whatever. But yeah, it looks like the Death Star a little bit. And also in the video, there's like glass shards like floating around. I'm like, Namie, you better be careful. You're going to end up having to get stitched after this music video. Yeah, that's dangerous, Namie. Don't do that. But, you know, it was digitally put in there, but still. But that's all I got. Pretty much that's all I have for this song. It's interesting. I like the lyrics of it, definitely. It has a rock feel to it, and I'm not, like, right now I'm not really used to Namie doing the rock thing. The rock thing for me was like the Concentration 20 era. That when that's the era that I associate like the rock and roll type of Namie, you know. Right now I'm like, you know, Namie, you do like the R&B hip hop thing. Like, that's what I kind of want you to go with. But nevertheless, this song is good. It's a good song. So I don't want to knock it. So thanks a lot for watching my video. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. I appreciate the support. And this song, or this lyrical analysis, was requested by a YouTube user by the name of Kaye Ariga. So thanks a lot for requesting this song and reminding me that this song exists. And again, thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe. And adios and goodbye for now.